Yet again, Kim has figured out how to catch everybody's consideration, and the web can't resist the urge to burst into chuckling at her tricks. While Kim isn't precisely famous for predictably pursuing the savvy's decisions, her latest undertaking is such a weak endeavor that it's really entertaining. Close the underscore underscore. Up dig your nails at me like that. How old are you? I couldn't care less about stuff like in the event that she on the off chance that it's better carry on as I don't do. Underscore underscore. Do you have any idea about all like you have this story to you know I will in a real sense? Underscore underscore. You up in a real sense shut the underscore underscore up and don't snicker like that, following a touch of shade tossed by Kourtney, who cunningly utilized an old brief snippet of Kim volunteered to fight back and toss some shade back at Kourtney. Sadly, for Kim, her execution was so misguided that everything misfired tremendously in the new episode. In addition to the fact that Kim ended up making a total joke of herself, she additionally reaffirmed her talent for winding up in money-grubbing circumstances. As we tune into the universe of VIP Buzz, the present feature spins around Kim Kardashian's undertaking to humiliate Kourtney anyway. The tables turned and Kim's activities just prevailed with regards to exhibiting her own indiscretion. It's undeniably true that Kim and Kourtney's relationship has forever been a piece rough. While Kourtney will in general keep things show-free, Kim's propensities to conspire and deprecate her sister have been a repetitive subject in spite of Kourtney's reliable persistence. With Kim, the last conduct continues anyway. This time around, Kourtney contacted her cute-off, with Kim's vain behaviors taking a takeoff from her typical methodology. Kourtney chose to toss some skillfully created conceal at her more youthful kin. What takes this action much more great is that Kourtney figured out how to unobtrusively advance her own business at the same time. Well, that is what you call a lady who knows how to explore what is happening brilliantly. You may be interested about the specific idea of Kourtney's activities. To completely get a handle on the subtleties of the shade, a touch of setting is required. Some time back, bits of gossip circled that Kim had a heartfelt contribution with. In all honesty, Tom Brady, as per different sources, Kim had a keen interest in the football star, and there were even reports of them hanging out anyway. When fresh insight about their alleged association began to spill, Tom Brady quickly shut down the tales and reduced most, if not all, connection with Kim. It was bounteously obvious that he held on to no longing to be connected with Miss Kimberly. The purpose for this turns out to be clear when you consider the consequence of Kim's association with Pete. Following her relationship with him, the public view of Kim went through a huge shift. Many currently accept that her guidelines have plunged, driving them to figure she would engage a relationship with essentially anybody. Subsequently, being sincerely connected with somebody seen to have such neat principles doesn't project a positive light. Wouldn't you agree? Openly communicating her reverence for Tom, Kim straightforwardly conceded her crush on him. Anyway, Tom quickly separated himself when expression of their alleged association began to flow. Without a doubt, this probably been a predicament for Kim, since heading out in different directions from Kanye, her journey for adoration has stayed slippery. Yet, given the manner in which she treated him, some could see this as an instance of karma getting up to speed with the very day when Tom Brady's delegates clarified that he had no connection to Kim. Kourtney took to her Instagram to share a fascinating story. In this post, she was caught lip matching up to an old soundbite of Kim's amusingly articulating blissful control day. In the event that that wasn't adequately obscure, Kourtney complemented her message by overlaying the word psycho across the story. The ramifications were unquestionable. She was unpretentiously marking Kim as a psycho for her new ways of behaving since her split from Kanye. Kim's way of behaving has taken a fairly unpredictable turn. She apparently trapped in a pattern of either competing for Kanye's focus, trying to accommodate, or becoming snared with unsatisfactory accomplices. It's about time she recovers. Interestingly, Kourtney ends up in the most satisfied express she's consistently capable. In addition to the fact that she is in a caring relationship, she's transmitting confidence and fulfillment with her life. Kourtney's demonstration of toss and conceal was definitely not a simple segregated occasion, flawlessly entwining her self-awareness and business sharpness. She shrewdly incorporated a connection alongside the psycho story. This connection named Lemmy check guided clients to her site. For those uninformed, Kourtney has wandered into the universe of Lemmy nutrients. This move permitted her to accomplish two targets on the double. It's clear that she's stunningly jumping all over the chance to gain by Kim's mishap to advance her business, while at the same time marking Kim as a psycho. It's the exemplification of first-rate conceal. Expectedly, Kim won't latently persevere through Kourtney's concealing, known for her frankness and affinity for negligibility. Kim, also known as Kimberly Kardashian, depended on her Instagram for a counter. Lamentably, her rebound bombed, as well as exposed her to far and wide web-based embarrassment. Because of fans, Kim's effort to toss shade was fruitless, as well as amplified her own deficiencies. While it's no disclosure that Kim has an inclination for unimportance, her new activities have figured out how to sink, even settle for the status quo. In the midst of everything, Kourtney happily looked as Kim accidentally made an exhibition of herself, including with the blend she shouted, "You're endeavoring to mirror me," meanwhile projecting her own shade. It's certain that she harbors a huge portion of envy. Kim, deciding to emulate Kourtney's example, wandered down the way of toss and conceal. She used her Instagram stage, releasing a progression of stories. This could not at first sound like an obscure move, but rather dig into the subtleties of these accounts. And an alternate story unfurls. Showed in these stories was Kim's brandishing a clever haircut. And in addition to any haircut, yet exactly the same one Kourtney had been wearing. The aim behind this hair-based move was probably going to grandstand. That Kim wore the style with more artfulness than Kourtney anyway. The execution missed the mark and brought about a feeling of pity and franticness, as opposed to any shade for those ignorant. Kim's set of experiences of copying Kourtney is everything except novel. She has in the past repeated Kourtney's wedding her design decisions. And presently her haircut, albeit the hairpiece Kim wore to impersonate Kourtney's hair, was without a doubt for comedic impact. It highlighted her penchant for frivolity. This is where the plot takes a charming turn. Kim apparently accepted that her impersonation would incite inner strife inside Kourtney, accordingly laying out her triumph in this apparently uneven rivalry anyway. As situation transpired, the circumstance veered off in a strange direction, uncovering layers of elements past what Kim had expected anyway. To Kim's surprise, Kourtney's reaction was out-and-out casual, asking why this is on the grounds that Kourtney has at last shown up at a point in her life where she radiates confidence and satisfaction. This newly discovered balance delivered her impenetrable to Kim's endeavors at impersonation. Kourtney saw directly through Kim's ploy and decided not to allow it any acknowledgement, start, or consideration, arriving at a limit. In maintaining the more responsible option, Kourtney's viewpoint moved, she currently remains in a zone where she quickly raises limits against pessimistic energy penetrating her life. It's a position of self-protection. Thusly, Kim's ruse to exasperate up Kourtney flopped stupendously. In addition to the fact that she neglected to evoke the expected response from Kourtney, yet she additionally wound up depicting herself as an individual of imprudence. Kim's supposition that recreating Kourtney's style and endeavoring to exhibit her prevalence in it would prompt wrath in Kourtney ended up being an error in opposition to her assumptions. In addition to the fact that Kourtney remained undeterred, even fans joined the ensemble of analysis. They called attention to the spooky similitude among Kim and Kourtney's appearance, noticing that while Kourtney holds a veritable and engaging quality, Kim oozes a fake and plastic energy. It was a blistering evaluate that hit up close and personal. This isn't the primary occurrence where Kim confronted such examination. Fans recently featured a similar issue when Kim shared an image including herself and Kourtney, apparently having a genuine sleepover. Yet Sharp peered toward fans, immediately seeing something not right in the image that made them question the legitimacy of the scene. Kim's appearance had been fastidiously modified and unnecessarily photoshopped to the degree that her likeness to her genuine self was lost. Alternately, Kourtney's face held its regular credibility, absent any improvements. The comprehension that the Kardashian family frequently turns to photoshopping their pictures is certainly not a clever disclosure anyway. In this case, the matter in question wasn't only the demonstration of photoshopping, it was Kim's conscious endeavor to subvert Kourtney's picture unexpectedly. This try flopped. Two spectators quickly censured Kim's appearance, bringing up that she seemed fake, while Kourtney held the similarity to a certifiable. Customary mother in her 40s, Kim's reprisal then again failed, and shown an absence of mindfulness. Her endeavors to emulate Kourtney's style and incite a response displayed her desire and uncertainty. Instead of accomplishing the planned impact, Kourtney's casual reaction, established in confident satisfaction, remained as a demonstration of her development and flexibility. Besides, Kim's set of experiences of impersonation and photoshopped pictures just build up the analysis against her, while Kourtney exudes a valid and engaging air. Kim's endeavors to control her appearance appear to be thought up and counterfeit. The unforeseen result of this shade tossing adventure mirrors a more extensive account inside the